What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Deaf Fresh Show. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf, and we are back in the building on a random Sunday.
Pop up
Sunday.
Pop up
podcast Sunday. As we get ready to, let's be honest, we just podding because we waiting on Mimi.
That's it probably won't even be that long.
Like I don't know, bro. We're at 6:30. Mimi probably won't make it here to 8, so we can get a good show out. Good show out today. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf. I'm joined by my partner in crime over here with the Geek Set shirt on.
Shout out to Rudy and them.
Shout out to Rudy and them Geek Set down at was it C2E2 down in Chicago. And you know, I'm kind of excited for the Geek Set documentary.
I am, and then I'm not.
Why not?
Because I want to be in it.
It was there. I doubt they're anywhere near done.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we gonna get a chance.
I want to be in it. I just want to be in there and talk a little shit about my name.
So, do you want that kind of interview where it's you sitting on a stool and you're talking about a moment and then your name come up on the side of it, or do you want to be like in the moment?
Either or, I'll take it. Either or, however you get me in there.
Like
because I want to be in.
Like when they interview Vince McMahon about a certain documentary that's being done, and they ask him some questions, or like when Triple H is doing it, like we're doing the Randy Orton DVD, and they interview Triple H, and he talks about how he told Randy to grow the fuck up. Like one of them moments. All right. But speaking of that, shout out to the Geek Set crew and everything they're doing on there. Matter of fact, shout out to all the podcasters in the city of Milwaukee. I know most of us have taken our summer breaks, and as school gets ready to start back up for a lot of people and the kids, the podcast community is definitely going to be in the full swing of things. But actually, I was supposed to go to C2E2 this weekend, but well, it cost $800 to get my car out the shop, so you're not going there. And whatnot, so that threw me off. But I'm kind of glad. Because you know, wrestling fans, we are who we are. It's been a wild couple of weeks for us. And there was a meet and greet at C2E2 this weekend where Sasha Banks and Naomi had their meet and greet.
They did. Had a meet and greet.
And
I saw a nigga that I know.
We see people we knew, and when we seen the photos from the meet and greet, it made us question the value
of this meet and greet
of these meet and greets. So, for those who don't know, Sasha Banks and Naomi had a meet and greet at their most recent meet and greet event at the C2E2. During the event, though, the photo shoot part of it, everybody was required to be 6 feet away.
Really?
And I don't think everybody, but from the photos that are being posted in wrestling groups, there's definitely some space, bruh.
When I first saw the pictures that hit the internet, I didn't think it was real.
I didn't either until I seen the one with the person we know in it.
But see, that's the one. That was the only one I seen at first.
Did you see? I just put a new one in the group,
and I was like, "This can't be real. Like, that's not Sasha. That's a cardboard cutout."
I thought so at first too.
I was looking, I'm like, it's kind of fucking glossy for this to be like an in the moment picture.
You know, she's very glossy.
The whole picture was glossy,
but the way the photo looked with our friend definitely gave some. You know, when your mama makes you put on the nice suit. And you gotta take a photo real quick.
Yes.
And you're just standing there because this is not really what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's kind of how he was looking. So maybe I felt like on the other side of the photo was the actual real meet and greet, and he was just waiting his turn.
I don't know.
But then I seen other photos with Naomi in it. And they still had them cats over there.
Yo, I can't even put this on WWE. Naomi and Sasha need to explain this 6 foot rule.
It's always on Sasha's side that I keep seeing it. So maybe it's her. I don't know.
Because meanwhile,
on the other side
of the world, there is a nigga charging $1,000.
Christopher Brown, I need you to come to the front of the congregation.
And it's giving women the full boyfriend picture experience.
I need Christopher Alexander Fernando Brown.
Yep.
It's not.
His name cannot be Fernando.
The nigga that's doing these photos was definitely a Fernando in the middle of his name, because Chris Brown is giving everything that I feel like most fans want from their artists. Like, when you go to a Chris Brown concert, from what I've been heard, I've never gone to a Chris Brown concert. I've never been a fan of concerts, period, though. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe if it's more of an intimate setting, like if we're in like a bar and there's really only like 30 of us there, right, and then you're giving me that acoustic vibe to a lot of your songs, I can do that.
I mean, but we should do wrestling shows. And
sometimes them shows I'm kind of iffy with.
Again, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of people to be people.
I'm kind of iffy with, but what I've been heard from most fans of Chris Brown, it's an experience. It's definitely experience. You know what? I can't lie like that, because if I had tickets to a Michael Jackson concert, I would have went.
Bro, you gonna faint.
No, I'm not white.
You don't know that, though.
I'm not gonna be upfront.
But what it is you never met Mike, so you don't know what your reaction gonna be if you actually meet Mike.
The way we think Mike really is probably what he really is, and I don't think I will wild out like some of these fans.
Yeah, I feel like Mike is just a regular nigga,
and that's why I feel like meeting Mike, if I would have met Mike, it wouldn't have hit me like that, like the way it was hitting them. You know,
I believe Mike will walk up in the middle of the ghetto, in a luxury limousine.
In the ghetto,
he will pull up on some niggas on the curb, roll his window down, and say, "Hey, excuse me. Any of you gentlemen know where I can find the bag?"
Like, my nigga got it.
They be like, "What is that, Mike? What bag?" You know, the kush, the drum.
Who had that fire?
Who's got the fire? But yeah, so
I don't know. I feel like Mike was Santita.
Chris Brown is clearly out here wilding. And you know what? He's not even wild.
He's not. He is doing his due diligence.
Like, so this is what I thought was funny to me. $1,000 is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money. Again, it's how you value your money.
The value of your money. That seems to be the theme for our show lately.
If you feel like meeting Chris Brown is worth $1,000,
for some it is.
That's cool. Like, I'm not. You pay for your experience. It's no different than us wanting to go to WrestleMania next year, because we're gonna come out some cash. Because we're
coming out almost $1,000 probably just for tickets and hotel alone.
Right, because we're gonna want some decent seats, and then we're gonna want good accommodations, and then it's LA. We're gonna try to see the city a little bit.
LA expensive, period.
Right. So we're gonna spend some cash, but that's the experience that we want.
Right.
So I'm not judging people for spending the money on the experience.
Right.
The funny shit was the fact that Chris Brown is just willingly taking like boyfriend-esque.
That's why pictures. My statement was
like,
Chris Brown is about to have a bunch of kids out here thinking he they daddy, because the way these photos look, these are the kind of photos that girls put on their fireplace, the stand, whatever that's called. And the mantle. And it's just up there in that white frame that's really bendable, that gets dusty because ain't nobody allowed to touch it. And you know, folks coming, hey man, who that?
He was really taking
that's little man's daddy.
He was really taking club pics. Remember how we used to go to the club, get the club pic?
It is always that black curtain behind it.
There's some wild shit going on.
I'm not mad at Chris. I'm actually proud of Chris, because he makes, like I said, he makes their fans feel like you getting your money's worth, and this is how you keep getting repeated fans.
Hey, and like I said, like I told people on Facebook, I ain't gonna lie, this pod shit take off. I gotta get some wild shit off. One time, I just gotta see where my celebrity is if I can get it off.
Like, did I send all the photos to the group? Let me see.
Like, just one time, meet the pod guy, $700. I won't even charge y'all $4,000.
Damn, $700 to meet you?
Damn, I ain't famous yet, but if I was famous,
I guess that's why I had to say it like that, to meet you.
Yeah, to meet the $700 is pretty fucking reasonable.
I'm gonna charge that to do a pod with somebody. Like, I'm your guest. I'm your virtual guest.
But I'm saying $700 may be the overall experience.
But bro,
you meet me, we could sit, you meet me, we have a conversation, it's a meet and greet, and we could do a pod. It may not be, what you may consider a pod, but I
Maybe
give you
50
30 minutes.
30 minutes. I was gonna do 15.
Damn, so you want 700 and only give it 15. Bro, that's like one match on Raw.
It's the interview portion. You take the interview portion, you insert it in your show, and you good to go. Niggas start charging 30. Niggas be out here charging 300 for a pre-recorded verse. So
who the fuck is doing that in this city?
I didn't say it was in the city. That's a universal thing I've seen people do. Like they'll go in the studio, they'll write bars, they'll have them already, together, and then if you want to buy.
That's how T-Pain used to do hooks.
Yeah, I'm saying you pre-make them and then you sell them. That's all it is.
Like
but dog, some of these photos were, I don't know if I can call them wild. Because they really wasn't wild, but
you talking about Chris Brown pictures?
Yeah,
some of them were wild.
But I'm saying for an individual, you don't know, like you really don't know the extent. Like there's one where the chick is literally standing in front of him, hand on his face, his hand on her ass, just nicely cuffed.
How did you approach this? Like, does Chris Brown just be like, "So how we taking this picture?" And then you just go crazy? Like, what's the conversation before they snap the picture?
Right. Then there's always the behind my arms over you with the loving eyes looking into the camera like she got her taxes. Like he definitely doing you just got your taxes like, photos.
Did she say, well, I want to bend over and put my ass on you? And Chris was like, all right, let's go.
I don't think Chris would be against it.
He was like, run it back.
But that brings up another post that I made was a female artist could never do this.
You don't think so?
Niggas don't know how to act. Niggas don't know how to act. If Janet Jackson.
First of all, see, this is where you're going. This is where you're finna go all wrong right now. Janet Jackson, Beyonce, top tier bitches,
they not
ain't doing this.
But Chris Brown is a top tier nigga though.
But he's still a nigga. You see, Tone, you see this all the time. There's some Jay-Z has graduated.
Meg Thee Stallion.
She would do it.
Okay. Let's use Meg Thee Stallion, okay? Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion because she did her thing on P-Valley this week.
She was like, dang, I'm 2 episodes behind, but I'm gonna catch up tomorrow.
She's special guest. It's not like she dancing or anything. Just Murder Tour, the new second tour. He's doing it with her. Okay. That's basically all it is. But you look good. Look good. I can see Meg Thee Stallion doing that. But the problem is
niggas will go crazy.
Niggas don't know how to act.
Niggas be trying to grab her booty.
And she may let you grab the booty. Let's be honest. Meg seems the kind of chick who would let you do the photos of cuffing the cheeks. But I feel like niggas don't know how to control their manhood in public.
You trying to say you niggas catch a boner?
Niggas is just rocked out in this photo.
That's wild, Tone. Like, you can't take a picture with Meg Thee Stallion with a heart on.
But niggas will. Let's be honest, bro. Niggas is wild like
as
that.
As a photographer, excuse me, sir, why's your dick hard? Can you explain to me? We can't take this picture, man. That's where the 6 feet rule come in. That's probably why Sasha and Naomi.
And that's what I'm not trying to be funny. I heard that. That's exactly what I heard. I heard
niggas getting.
I heard niggas was not being user friendly.
That I can believe it. Like, imagine if you walk up with like his dick already out.
Walking with his dick in his hand. Ooh, nice transition.
So he told niggas what he was on from like Jump Street, and nobody believed it.
So if you've been under a rock, or just don't listen to hip hop
or cock,
there's been a prolific rapper by the name of Mystical, who has definitely, put his stamp on the music industry. He was definitely intricate in the rise of the South during the takeover in the 99 and 2000. I don't care what nobody say. Cash Money was taking over, but Mystical was definitely the nigga.
I want to say
the opening act.
Mystical predates Cash Money.
He doesn't.
Because Mystical was hot before he even got With No Limit.
He was, but
like my pops put me on Mystical before he got.
But that was when he was underground.
Like he was like
Mind of a Mystical. You had to have known. You had to have been listening to Southern music to know who he was.
My pops was also like you. He was in the army.
Right, and that's how.
So he probably was like stationed down south somewhere.
He
He
had to.
came up here and met.
Right, yeah, he had to do at least
because a lot of music that I listen to now, like he put me on that shit.
Right,
because he was listening to like Mystical and I'm pretty sure you know who Big Mike is.
Of course.
Yeah, it was like he put me on like a lot of shit. I was like, I've never heard of these niggas.
Oh, he was definitely.
They was cold though.
He was definitely in the Southern bag back then. This is chop and screwed area. But apparently, Mystico on August 1st has been arrested on 5 charges, including domestic abuse and first-degree rape. If y'all don't know, this is not Mystico's first time.
First degree. What's second degree?
First-degree rape is rape. Like,
because I know 4th degree is like groping.
Yeah, 2nd degree is like, I would say maybe you consented to it, but in the middle of it, you told him to stop, and he was like, "Let me just finish."
He was like, "We're here now."
We don't use my phrase.
I mean, in a sense, we are here now.
Don't use my phrase. Don't use my phrase. Not there. He was already in jail for 6 years for sexual battery and extortion. So this man has walked in with his dick in his hand several times.
And nobody.
And I think, and I'm glad you're getting ready to get there. I think is why is he not being put on blast
like R. Kelly?
Like R. Kelly was. Now, maybe because Kels had bitches against their will, which they all say they wasn't against their will, and they were young, but that doesn't mean that this nigga ain't out here doing foul shit either. Like, get this nigga off the street.
That is very true.
Like, that's all I will get.
But
like,
again, is your level of celebrity.
You saying because the celebrity done fizzed out, we don't care?
And that's kind of fucked up. But yeah, like really, in the grand scheme of things, who gives a flying fuck about Michael Tyler? Please explain that one. Now, the first time he went down, it was a big deal because he still had some fizzle to his star.
But
he
had it was 2000. It was in 2003.
Right, he had just dropped his Tarantula album. He had did the song with Ludacris. Like Mystical was still a name.
But here's my thing: is like his first time he went down. The sexual assault part, the sexually battered part of it, is he forced 2 women to have oral sex on him and the bodyguards. And the extortion came from $80,000 he stole. Okay,
what the fuck is it? Who you steal 80 G's from?
Look, bro, extortion.
Who you raping that got 80,000?
I don't think it was her. I think that they was forced to have it after.
That's how he celebrated the robbery?
Probably. It makes sense.
Yo, niggas is nuts.
Then he,
shout out to whoever just gave me a heart. Appreciate it.
Oh, see, now you got me wanting to look to see who did it. Oh, Alicia. Shout out to Alicia of Vanity Cosmetics. She recently just moved to Dallas of Speak Your Truth podcast. And
everybody moves to Texas.
Because everything is bigger in
Texas. Just
because
Texas is big don't mean you motherfuckers want to overpopulate that motherfucker.
I think it's just more about opportunities. She got her sister stay there and whatnot. So she moved down there. It was good for her and the son.
I wasn't about her though. I was just saying
in general. A lot of people from Milwaukee do move to Texas for no damn reason.
Texas look like Milwaukee.
And a lot of them come right back.
Texas look like Milwaukee.
It is. It's just racism is spread out. Like in Milwaukee, you got niggers over here, you got Hispanics over here, you got whites over there. Everybody has their section. You know that when you cross a certain street, when the street side changes, so does the color of the people. In Texas, it may be by block.
Speaking
so 35th may be all white, but 37th is all black.
Speaking of racism,
you finally got a taste of racism out there?
I don't get a taste of racism. Like my coworkers are cool, but
maybe it be your customers.
My coworkers don't mind their business.
That's typical.
And like, so you know how like you be trying to get like they be trying to get to know you, so you kind of like
you give them a little information.
You give them a little information, but you don't give them too much.
They still digging.
So one day, this is how this all started. Like, so one day, my manager like I asked for like a certain day off.
Okay.
And my boss was like, why you need this day off? Like he was just, trying like small talk.
Right.
I was like, well, I gotta do such and such today. I record a podcast. He was like, oh, you do a podcast? I was like, yeah, not small, not major. It's what I do in my free time. It's my hobby. So like today at work, my coworker's like, "Wow, why you don't never let us listen to the podcast?" I'm like, it's not for y'all ears, you know. I do a lot of swearing. It's like, yeah. I don't think y'all will find this what I do entertaining. Like, I entertain who I entertain. I'm not y'all demographic. So like my entire shift, they're like, wow, why don't you give us the name? Give us the information. So my assistant meat manager, he goes to get his phone. Was like, watch this. This is how like Google is not your best friend. Google will betray you.
They went and looked you up, didn't you?
He Googled and like it's not even my first name. Cause like no one calls me Marquise at work. Everybody call me Dewan. So he went in Google and typed in Dewan Dinkins. Every fucking thing comes up.
Got it. That's usually how it works.
Instagram, Facebook, podcast. I was like, dog, y'all some deep Googling ass people. But so they was like, yeah, Dewan, we want to watch, we're gonna see. I was like, whatever. I guess I don't know.
Have they watched an episode yet?
I don't know. I mean, I don't speak ill of my job while I'm here. So
it is not. It's you know what? It's never really the saying ill about the job.
I mean that because you know most people they look into your personal shit, then they want to run back to work and tell.
And that was my concern.
But I'm like, I don't speak ill of my job, so what the fuck could you run back and tell?
He said, "Nigger."
My coworker told me he was a white nigga, so I'm like, there's that.
He
said it out loud.
How did that make you feel?
I laughed. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Cause that's a wild.
No cap. Like I cackled hard as a bitch.
That's a wild thing to just jump out the window with.
It's just like, and I was like, I explained it to him. I'm like, dog, racist jokes are probably the funniest jokes, but it's just some people you can't like tell that you be laughing at racist jokes because they're like, oh my god, you making black people look bad. It's like, no, this shit's kind of funny though.
Like the piglet on a
niglet, yes, or a tigger on a nigger.
That's what I thought.
Yo,
okay.
When you said that, I lost my shit.
I did when I seen those are not old jokes, right? Because the elf on the shelf is a thing,
right?
So when the photo came up, I'm really sitting here trying to think like, what are they trying to say? Is a pig on a pig? Oh, a pig on a nickel? Well, damn! I just thought y'all would have just came right out and just used Tigger.
See, this is where I go back to my Facebook stat when I was like, when you can hear people's voices in your head on how they would say something, like I heard you calmly and just calmly say, "Well, damn, I thought they would have went Tigger on a nigger." Like it's just because I know how you talk, and you just was like you read it in passing. Like
you know what's funny when you say it,
they should have went Tigger on a nigger, and then like you scrolled up.
Okay, so that's exactly what I did. Number one. Number two, with you saying it like that, I can see Bob from accounting in a meeting, and someone shows it on his phone. And without thinking about the words coming out of his mouth,
he says Tigger on a nigger.
He says it like that. Oh, I just thought they would have went with Tigger on a nigger. And next thing you know, it the whole room stops.
He in HR like a motherfucker. Like, what did I say?
Like, look, I wasn't saying it about them. I was just saying that if you're gonna just go off, if you're gonna do it right. Like that's what next thing you know, you see him walking past the windows with the white box in his hand.
Yeah, because he's been late. You know what else is funny that be on the internet? I don't know if you ever see it, but it's this black guy. He's on a panel full of white people.
Oh, well,
and he be like,
I need all parts of that.
He be like, y'all just go around and all this rap music saying the N-word. And then he eat some candy. He look at him. He was like, say it. He's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. He's like, no, you want to say it. Say it. He's like, no, I don't want to say it. He said, no, you want to say it. So just say it. It's the funniest shit ever.
They all want to say
Next
it.
time I come across it on TikTok, I'm going to send it to the group.
Someone told me that we should not be so defensive when these words are being said because we say everybody else's offensive words with no care in the world.
when they say we, do they mean black people or
Black
do they
people.
mean us in general? Like
Me and
Tony
you, like
Vaughn?
we say it all. We don't discriminate when we're crossing the line.
No, I'm racist on all stuff.
Like we're equal opportunity employees.
I'm black and I'll say nigger. I'll say chink.
Did you just say that your people listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
So you just gonna put it out the
Like my coworker explains it to me every day. He was like, "Dewan, we're all racist to a degree."
And I think that's where the argument. And I think that's where the argument
when you
comes
think
into play.
about it, we kind of are, because like without even knowing people culture, we'll make fun of something just because it's different to us.
Right. And I think that's where the argument comes into play at. It's like, why is it that when we feel like that word is being used, we're ready to get up and riot and break everything in the building, but we have no problem saying the same type of racial slurs that other cultures have?
They're like, I don't understand why before black people jump out the window and kill me. Like, I don't understand why they get so upset about the word. White person said, "Oh my God, you're a nigger." Well, damn, lady, you're a cracker. Now we're even. Like, what the fuck?
Saltine or graham?
I mean, I'm a graham cracker. That's because I'm black.
Honey or cinnamon?
I think I will be more of a honey.
Mm.
All those cinnamon graham crackers are fire.
Fire. Whoever decided to accidentally knock over some cinnamon on a graham cracker, God bless you. Because that is the greatest high snack.
You like graham crackers when you're high?
Nigga, I
really think that's where Tori got like this graham cracker and orange juice shit from.
I don't think Tori ever really gets high like that. Tori gets drunk, but not high.
I don't know how he came up with the combination of graham crackers and orange juice, because he been on that shit for a while.
That's his thing.
I know, it's crazy. He will defend it till the day he died. Graham crackers and orange juice. That's my shit. Like, whatever, bro. What are the top 5 high snacks in your opinion, Tom? In your situation, you smoke a blunt.
Like if I'm high,
where you going to?
Chicken wings, jalapeno poppers. It has to be the one from Burger King, though.
That's descriptive as hell.
I like what I like when I like it, bro.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
I'm not eating a jalapeno popper from Burger King.
Have you ever had one before?
Well, first of all, it's got cheese in it, so I shouldn't even be near jalapeno popper.
It's not that bad, bro. It's cream cheese, bro.
I know. I just be trying to avoid taking a shit at all costs.
You're supposed to shit. It regulates your body, bro.
Okay, so there's a difference between a normal shit and then after you've had dairy products when you shouldn't have dairy products.
That's actually coming to some of the best shit you can have because it gets everything out of you.
But okay, not to keep grossing the listeners out, but like when you lactose intolerant and you fuck with some dairy, it's really like Russian roulette with your butthole.
Shout out to roulette on P Valley,
because I may just have like stomach cramps and then it's like hard shit that's like together, so it's a solid poop. And then like that shit may just like it's a rumble in your tummy, and now I got like the Hershey squirts and everything is watery that's coming out your ass.
You a wild boy.
And I don't know if you ever had a watery shit, but them ain't fun.
You're a wild boy. But let's get past that.
Let's get past the shit.
Let's get past this shit.
Literally.
Lately,
somebody laugh. I'm glad I can make you laugh.
Lately, it's probably Sarita. She been
lately. She gonna whoop your ass because we keep potting and not inviting her.
Bro, you must not see my phone over here. That's exactly what she yelling at me about.
Well, hey, you see us on the screen, pull up.
You know what I mean? She got to get up, put clothes on.
Sarita probably already got clothes on. She probably was working out, walking.
Nah, bro. She home chilling in the bed under the blanket at this point. She not leaving the house. But lately
by Tyrese, that's a good song.
Was it?
Yeah.
Lately I've been eating Doritos. The sweet chili ones at that.
Fire. That's the purple bag, right?
Yeah, the purple bag.
Fire.
And then I was on Instacart and I found Flaming Hot Cheese Puffs.
Okay, wait, I'm trying to
think of cheese puffs.
So it wasn't the Flaming Hot Puffs.
Yeah, the Flaming Hot Puffs.
But like the puffs, or was it like a cheese puff? Because a cheese puff is different.
The cheese puffs.
Also, like the Cheeto puffs, they just flame out. Okay, so Flaming Hot Puffs.
Yeah, Flaming Hot Cheese
Puffs.
Fire. Yeah, I found the big ass bags.
Oh, like the $5 bag?
Yes.
Oh, you be going crazy on Instacart,
Bruh. Because my thought is, if I'm going to have you grocery shop for me, I'm going to go get shit that I cannot find at the local grocery store.
That's very true.
So I definitely have a high nigga order. See, she on her yoga mat watching.
Oh, well, hey, you is fine. You be stretching, don't you?
Shut up, dog.
Right.
Shut up. You know who be stretching, bruh?
Who?
Khalees and trying to get this money.
Hey, if you broke, just say that.
She probably is. Okay.
And there's different levels of broke.
Okay. So
she's not like Juan and Tone broke.
No, she's not everyday people broke.
But she like million. She like rich nigga broke. If that makes sense.
My whole thing,
like she ain't got no money, but her house still bigger than mine.
Definitely bigger than yours, bro.
I mean, I guess Nas still making money, and he got to pay child support. But where's he really making money from?
They need to go back to court and reevaluate that, bro. When it first dropped, I did not understand why she was being awarded so much. Now I get it.
Because she did I Hate You So Much right now. I had to give her some money for that.
That was what, 99?
Yeah, pretty much.
Bro, that's 23 years ago. 22 years ago. I actually owned that album too.
Why?
Have you really listened to the beat Getting Along Without You?
That's the name of the song?
That
if you're trying to take me down the Khalees rabbit hole, bro, we not going because I don't listen.
I
to
can
like
take
that.
It's the beat. It's a Pharrell beat.
You know, at one point in time, I felt like that's how Pharrell was pitching his beats. It's like, I'll sell you this beat, but you gotta get Khalees on the hook.
Khalees was his Ashanti. We're gonna talk about that. Khalees was.
These transitions are so smooth.
Right, it's based off of what he makes and what she makes. But the thing about it is at the time, she was pregnant. So her argument in court was she missed out on tour money. So because of that, the judge awarded her this exuberant $50,000 a month.
Who the fuck did she think was coming out to see a Khalees tour?
If you got that small, intimate setting, some people will.
Hey, for the people who are watching this and gonna watch this, I need somebody to hit me with like a fire Khalees playlist. Because I really don't feel like she got any kind of music that I would ever be interested in listening to.
I don't think she really ever made music for the masses. To me, she reminds me of like how her, prime example, her has a demographic she specifically targets to. Okay, her music is always for breakup women and who's trying to get over shit. Same thing with Janae Aiko. I don't find too many rap niggas who gonna listen to her if a rap nigga is not on the beat. Okay, that's actually how I found out about Vince Staples.
Who was he rapping with?
He was on a Janae Aiko beat. It was one of her songs on her EP. It was a pretty fire song. A little sensitive dude on this song.
I didn't know that's how you discovered Vince Staples.
That's how I found Vince Staples.
I think I would like Vince Staples to start a podcast.
Would you listen to it?
Because like when he come on and do like Joe Budden got this thing about calling Vince Staples in like the middle of his podcast. And Vince is a real insightful dude. Like I would listen to him talk versus listen to his music. Like people love Joe Budden's music, rude. But I would rather listen to his pod than to listen to this nigga rap.
Because he's a pretty thoughtful dude.
But that's just me.
It's just, he thinks deep.
It's some niggas who should not be doing podcasts, but they keep doing it.
Like who?
It's a lot of people in there.
That's because famous people needed
an outlet.
You got to think about that. When the pandemic shut niggas down from working, niggas needed to vent. And they just started podcasting. And because you're famous, a lot of companies will be like, hey, we need to advertise. Can we advertise on your pod? We'll give you this money.
You know who? She's a chef and she does cook. Yeah, Man, fuck them cooking.
So now you have an income. So this goes back to my point. They need to reevaluate that alimony, because if you can now, you're making money, and you may be making money way more than what you were making at the time, why should you still be getting the amount you're getting?
Right,
because alimony is supposed to supplement the change in your lifestyle. You have then changed your lifestyle again, so you should not still be getting the same amount.
That's very true.
Okay?
Very true.
But getting back to the problem at hand, because we're rabbit holers, she is upset, or she was upset.
She don't got no reason to be upset now.
She was, that when Beyonce dropped her new album, and you know what? Beyonce is the only person I know who doesn't have to tell you there's an album, and it will get more publicity after it comes out than anybody who does a full-blown marketing scheme.
Beyonce pooped on the CD and said, here.
Because you remember back in the days when magazines would come out and there'll be a full spread page dedicated to somebody's album, and it would have the release date on the bottom, and we kept following based on that release date. And every once in a while, Lil Wayne, there'll be an update.
Don't you dare talk about my guy like that.
Update that advertisement with a different release date, to the point where the advertisement just started being an advertisement. They didn't even give us a date no more.
Well, people was leaking music back then.
How do you advertise now with everything being streaming services? Because I don't think we got a notification that Chris Brown was dropping his album. I think it just showed up on a Friday.
Well, I listen to like all these other niggas podcasts. So like I listen to Joe Budden, I listen to Gilly. So like I knew that Chris Brown was coming. A lot of people are fans of Chris Brown. And I be on Twitter a lot, like real late at night. Like when ain't nobody on Facebook, everybody's on Twitter.
I don't even be up.
Well, yeah, like Beyonce, one of them ones though. Like she could drop in the middle of the night and people gonna love it.
Because they really did stay up to midnight to wait for their system to refresh to show this album to be there.
I just want to know why she don't like this invisible unicorn. Like, what type of shit is this?
You talking about the music, this album? Have you listened to this album?
A little bit of it.
What you think of it?
I wasn't a fan.
Is it because it's not your bag? Or did she really just jump out the window?
I generally fuck with Beyonce music. It was just, this was different. Like, this type of music is not what I like.
You wasn't ready?
Like, I don't hate Drake, but the type of music that he put out, I wasn't fucking with it.
It was like Island Boy love.
I've never been a fan of like EDM, house music, like all that shit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
You need more white friends.
No, the fuck I don't.
The white folks would definitely get you.
I got enough coworkers.
So I'm caught.
All they do is, man, I got this one coworker. He's just like, dog, I would love to hang out with you. I was like, why?
Why?
He's like, dog, you just seem like such a cool dude. Like he walked up to me, he was like, yo, what up, bro? I was like, fam, don't talk to me like that.
He wants black friends.
He was like, talk to you like what? I was like, see, you feel like this is just you. Which it might be, but I just met you a year ago, so all this shit feel like you pandering because I'm black. Like
he wants.
Don't talk to me like
he uses you in the conversation. He definitely says, "I have black friends."
No, he don't.
But I guarantee you, he says that, and you're the first name he.
I really don't want to be that one guy that's like, when the nigga say, "Oh yeah, I got black friends," and he be like, "Who?" Then he be like, "Dewan."
Okay, getting back to the Mystical situation real quick. This nigga is 51 years old raping people.
He still got strength, I suppose. I don't know.
I'm mad that he's 51 years old raping.
I'm 34 and I ain't even down to fight a nigga.
Like he's rapey. You know, like when you tell everybody you come in with your dick in your hand, I guess.
He told you I came in with my dick in my hand.
And y'all thought,
don't make me leave here with my foot in your ass. Be cool.
So basically, what he's saying is,
don't worry about how I'm flipping it, because when I'm ripping and I'm tripping, this is just what I do. He told you, don't worry about whatever I'm doing, because this is just what I do. He told you niggas he was gonna rape y'all.
Oh my!
Y'all didn't listen.
He came saying he was on bullshit. Definitely came in with the intentions.
Did you not hear the lyrics in Danger? He told you niggas y'all was in danger. He screamed, danger, get on the floor. The nigga right here. Why did we not see the signs?
We did. We just ignored it like we did with R. Kelly. We did.
Well, not both of them niggas.
But getting back to the story, because that just threw me off. So apparently, you happen to remember the name of the track that they sampled for Khalees?
No, I don't.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get a little bit more detail because it's been everywhere.
All I know is it ain't there no more. How would you feel if somebody sampled you?
I would feel honored. So on Beyonce's new song "Energy," which was on the album, she sampled "Milkshake."
She did?
Yeah, she sampled from "Milkshake." Now, the whole controversy, for those who don't know, is Khalees is very upset that she was not paid and credited in regards to this. Now, I went back and did a little research. This is not the first time Khalees has kind of been undercutted on some stuff. Her first two albums, which is the Kaleidoscope one, and then the one that Milkshake was actually on.
La 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 la.
A lot of
turn it up.
A lot of tracks that Chad and Pharrell got credit for. She was promised by Virgin Records that they would she would get credit too, and she got removed from credits in regards to it. So Milkshake actually is one of those songs where she was supposed to get co-writing credits or co-credit in regards to the song, and she got removed. So being the fact that Pharrell does have that partnership with the Carters, as we can see on the Carter album, he damn near wrote some of Beyonce's lyrics. You can listen to even how she spit it. Hell, you didn't even know Pharrell was on one of them songs, because that's how much of his cadence Beyonce used. This sample we're not against, we knew it was gonna happen. Pharrell probably said, yeah, you can go ahead and sample that. Let's mix it down. Pharrell probably the one who did the beat for Energy. And Khalees was unhappy about that.
Yeah, but if you don't own something, then that's not you picking a fight with the wrong person.
But I think where
doesn't matter what you think.
Hey, Kat.
If she don't own it, bitch ain't got no beef.
Now, here's the thing, though. Beyonce did give her credit on the album on Energy as one of the co-creators. So she retroly gave you credit on something that your own record label didn't give you credit on.
Right.
But you are blown because of the level of disrespect and utter ignorancy of all three parties involved. So instead of you just, oh shit, okay, you turn around and you get mad at the person who did it. Like, I don't have to pick up the phone to get permission to use a song
that you don't fucking own.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, no, bitches be wild.
And I just did this people, period. Like, if I like a song by Bill Withers,
right,
and I want to sample Bill Withers,
but Bill Withers don't own this song,
and I go and I find out, I talk to the record label.
Right.
The record label says, oh yeah, we own the masters, we got full rights, you can go ahead and sample this. And I go ahead and I put Grandma Hand in my song and I flip it and I turn it into a club booty shaker and everybody go dumb crazy. I ain't got to give his family shit.
Gotta do nothing.
I don't have to give y'all shit. If I give y'all anything, it's because out of my respect for Bill.
You know what I just found out, and it's still on topic of the world of music. So, Dan, what is the song? Wasn't Bruno Mars?
Which one?
The song "Don't Believe Me, Just Watch." What's the name of that song?
Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. 24 Karat Magic.
Is it?
Is it?
No, that's not the name of it. 24 Karat Magic, something different.
You should.
But there's
so now you got me looking at Bruno Mars.
Yeah, you got to look it up. But here's the dope thing. So, because Bruno Mars says "Don't Believe Me, Just Watch," he gave Trinidad James a writer's credit on that song because Trinidad James did the song to All Go Everything, and he says "Don't believe me, just watch." So Bruno Mars gave him a writing credit on that song. So like every time that song gets played or gets spun or get placed somewhere, folks get a check. Now that's fire,
right?
But
he didn't have.
He probably didn't have to.
He didn't have to.
Right. As far as a writer credit, he didn't have to because it's not like he sampled his voice. He sang "Don't Believe Me, Just Watch."
But you know what's crazy? I'm glad you brought that up because that takes me back to Lizzo. Lizzo had a case where on her first album there is a song. I think it's the chorus of the song. She wrote it. It's hers. But somewhere in
it was a meme.
It was a meme.
Right. It was
so
a meme.
The person who wrote the meme
sued Lizzo. I don't know how that case.
And I was like, how she didn't win.
Lizzo didn't win?
No, the girl didn't win. Because they was like, it's words out there. I think that's why NFTs exist now. Because it allows you to get credit for a meme.
The world is just so petty.
But
because I feel like you if a motherfucker discovered a song by Fresh, it was like, hey, that bar was slick, I'ma sample it.
Who's to say anything? Like, that's the case. If that's the case, then Jay-Z definitely needs to be suing half the industry. Because somebody's always borrowing bars from him.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Kales definitely can sue.
He should sue. He should sue everybody because he ain't got no money. Somebody got to put money on his books.
I won't say. Number one thing, if I learned anything from when Surviving R. Kelly came out, Kale's got money all over the place. Because when that woman, when he first got arrested, showed up with exact amount that was needed to get him out of jail, we don't know who she is, what her relationship is. She just felt in the kindness of her heart to help out her favorite singer, and she bailed him out.
Didn't they say she was like a fan?
Yes. Nigga, she wasn't a fan. She is somebody who was given a job. And when the phone call came through on the blue phone in the back room, you take the money to the undisclosed location. We're going to find out that this R. Kelly shit runs deeper.
Oh, the deeper, darker criminal link?
It's definitely a criminal organization behind it. And Kales was just
the front man.
He wasn't even the front man. He was the fall guy.
Wow, that's crazy.
They would bringing the chicks in through his house and shuffling them out on boats out the back.
You think it's a good connection with the Russian mob?
Man, it could be running deeper than that.
The cartel?
Could be the triads. I don't know.
Where you get Asians from?
Why don't we assume them? Why do we not assume that they don't do colonial shit?
We definitely never assume it's Asians.
Boom. And that's probably why they've been getting away with it.
Because nobody thinks it's the little shifty ass Asians.
How many times do I run around and say I move weight across state lines? Publicly, I say it.
You better stop that. Somebody gonna believe you and look into that shit.
They not gonna find nothing. Or you're not gonna find them. One to two. That's all I gotta say.
My nigga out here threatening to commit mass murder.
I didn't say nothing. I just said they either gonna find nothing or you're not gonna find them.
Speaking of rabbit holes, YouTube is a very dangerous rabbit hole.
It's literally its job is to be a rabbit hole. You ever notice that? That YouTube algorithm is to be a rabbit hole. Because I think I watched Wrestle Talk. And then next thing you know, I found Wrestle with Andy. And now I'm doing a year in review of the 90s every single year for about an hour and a half each.
Yo, I watch Wrestle with Andy. And he just give like these little gems about people's careers. I like it.
Just rabbit holes.
He just posted a new one.
What'd he post? The giant ones?
I watched that one. He got one is the career of Mabel.
I'm not watching that.
I am.
There's another one.
I like to get stoned and watch this.
I gotta find it. Maybe it is Andy, but I think it's somebody else. He does first and last matches of people.
Okay.
So he'll do their first match, he'll talk about their career, and then he'll highlight their last match of wrestling. And like, were they impactful during these between the two?
Well, I hope Ric Flair don't have another match ever.
Back to your rabbit hole.
Yeah, so because you were saying we never suspect the Asians.
You never
suspect the Spanish. I stumbled upon this rabbit hole of like gang violence.
What? How do we?
So is this dude on YouTube? His handle is called Swamp Stories.
That just sounds.
And he be telling like
bell to bell. That's what it's called.
And he be telling like stories about niggas in these neighborhoods that I didn't know it was so much gangbanging going on in like Sacramento.
Dog, it be places you least expect.
Bro, do you know how real it is in Fresno, California?
You must haven't watched what was that, Gangland?
Like, no.
Bro, they banging in Alaska.
He ain't did a video on Alaska yet.
But you gotta watch either it's Gangland or it's the other one. But yeah, dog, they banging in.
He just do these videos on these obscure ass gangs and I just be like, this is just crazy. Like San Francisco is really crazy.
Yeah, they homeless.
Like, and he tells the story about like how all these cities used to be like really good production cities, you know, back in like the 40s and 50s. And then as we grew, like gang culture came in and like all these impoverished neighborhoods. It's really it's funny, but it's insightful as hell. So between watching gang violence and sneakers on YouTube,
you gotta chill.
Oh, that's all I watch, bro. Like, cause sneaker stories be so interesting.
Oh, the latest bell to bell is Sasha Banks, her first match and her last match.
Yeah, like sneaker culture is very interesting. Like for my sneakerheads who may watch this,
plug your page.
Oh, make sure y'all follow Kickboxing on Instagram. We're gonna put it in the comments somewhere so y'all can get the proper handle because I ain't finna spell that shit out for you. That's crazy. So, are you familiar with the Foamposite?
Yes, I hate the shoe with a passion.
So, you do know the Foamposite was made famous by one Anthony Hardaway.
So I heard.
But if I was to tell you that this shoe was not designed for him, would you believe me?
I would, because I had the first 2 pairs of pennies.
The Foamposite was originally designed for Scottie Pippen.
Second terrible fact. Shout out to Geek Set for this. Did you know Scottie Pippen had a video game?
I saw the clip. That shit had me blue.
That shit was so trash.
I was like, this shit had to still be in like development stage. Like, ain't no way they put this out.
No, it was on the Sega CD.
Sega CD was terrible.
That's because they were trying something different. Like, I remember back then they were trying a lot of real video motions to simulate in-game gameplay. So they were literally taking movies and building a game on top of the movie. So you were supposed to be
so they were ahead of the time, but didn't know how to capitalize.
They didn't know how. They were innovative and creative, but couldn't make this resonate on the long term.
I feel like if they was to go back and retry that shit now, it might work.
Virtually, in the virtual world, maybe.
Yeah, I think they were trying that. Right. It might work. So yeah, all these sneaker stories are just amazing. I was like, damn. So this shoe that we love and praise Penny Hardaway for, shit wasn't even for him.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Like he came to a Nike meeting and they was pitching him a shoe, and he happened to see that design and was like, "Hey, yo, what's that? I like that."
You go like that. On the same rabbit hole, I was just watching. It's a 30 for 30 about the USA women basketball team.
I was just on a Facebook post because they said we're talking about women's basketball, but we'll get to that.
I kind of want to save that because that's one of the episodes Sarita wants to be a part of.
What, women's basketball?
Well, just the Britney situation, women basketball.
We don't got to talk about her.
Okay.
We can talk about how they don't give a fuck about the WNBA.
That's also going to play into that as well, too, but we're going to end the show with that. And it was just looking back and seeing people like Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoops and Rebecca Lobo, and like how even back then we cared, but we didn't care about women basketball, because between like 92 and like 96, the women was on a terrible losing streak.
Yes.
Like a really bad losing streak. Like Lisa Leslie said, like the Olympics during that time, they ended up getting the bronze medal. She was like, I don't even know where the hell it is. She lost her bronze medal and don't give a care about it.
It was bronze.
Look, fam.
Probably threw that shit in a moving box and moved on.
Look, fam. She might not care about a bronze medal, but if me and you made it to the Olympics and we got bronze, I'm going to give a fuck.
First of all, we probably wasn't even supposed to be there.
Which is why I give a fuck I got it to bronze. Okay?
So for us to win anything.
So that means that only 2 people would better me this day.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm okay with that. I like those odds. That's still a C+.
Fact.
Okay. Still a C+. I passed. But it was really interesting just looking back, like seeing them in the athletic years and seeing them now. Like Cheryl Swoops looks nothing like she used to. She looked like somebody big mama right now. But seeing that episode, it showed the part where her and Jordan hooped. Because, you know, they were saying like she was like the female Jordan. They were showing clips from the UConn Tennessee Final Four game when she dropped 50, which is unfucking heard of in NCAA.
I made a post and I asked the people, I said, who? Everybody knows that Michael Jordan is the GOAT of the NBA.
Who's the GOAT of the WNBA?
And then it's like you have your LeBrons, you have your Kobe's, you know. You got all these players around, you know, who are chasing this greatness of being Michael Jordan. Who is that for the WNBA? I got a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people said Cheryl Swoops.
It was definitely Cheryl.
Cynthia Cooper, you know, Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobos. I'm like, I just feel like the WNBA don't get enough love. And it's some chicks over there who can ball better than the dudes.
I have always said it's the value that they bring to the overall scheme of entertainment.
Yeah, because they don't dunk, they don't do all that.
It's not even that. It's like, sadly, when it comes to the entertainment aspect, women are more to look at. Okay, right. You need to be pretty and present. You can't be a real athlete and still be pretty. Number one.
This is why
you can be cute, but you can't be glamorous.
I don't know if this is going to happen in our lifetime.
It probably won't.
But what we need a female athlete like LeBron James.
We probably have, believe it or not, we probably have had it, but because of the desire to watch women athletes,
then we haven't had it.
We don't care about. And as much as women, or not even gonna say women, feminists, because a man and a woman can be a feminist. Feminists scream about equality to the WNBA. When was the last time you bought season tickets?
Well, we don't got no team here.
No, not even just us. The places where they do have teams.
Yeah,
for everybody who is sitting here arguing up and down about we need to treat women's basketball the same as men's basketball. Where is the revenue that is being brought into the women's basketball to make us feel like they be equal? LeBron, I hate that they did this. LeBron James may get $168 million for a max contract, right?
Yes.
Okay, I don't even know exactly what he gets, but let's say he does. The team that LeBron James is on for that 5-year max contract, he's guaranteed to bring him $1 billion.
Right.
Guaranteed to bring him $1 billion, whether it's in shoe sales, t-shirt sales, ad revenue, simply tickets, period. He's going to make that money back in tenfold. So most businesses will bank on LeBron because their return on investment is always guaranteed to be good because people support collectively the NBA. People do not collectively support the WNBA. If I'm not mistaken, at this current moment in time, the WNBA is actually losing money. That's why a lot of teams have bowed out. Places where people did have a team, where the team is no longer there or the team moved to somewhere else, these places were losing money, meaning that the support is not there. So no disrespect to our ballers that are women, but we're not seeing the value to give you $168 million when we may only make 22 in ticket sales for that year. I can't justify it.
This is why I feel like, that's why I said I don't think it will happen in our lifetime. But we need a woman who can be the WNBA's version of LeBron James. We need a young lady who is going to be box office must see. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Like, we need a woman who is going to break that mold. Like, I want to see a female get the $100 million Nike deal. I want to see the female get their own shoe deal. Like, I want to see the female get their own signature Nike shoe or Adidas or Jordan, whatever you may have. Like, we need a woman that can be like, I represent the WNBA. I am the face of this company or this brand, and I'm going to be the reason why all of us need to be paid more. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like we're going to see that in our lifetime, but I think it can happen. We need a collective group of females that will want to make the WNBA must see. Because you're right, there is really no entertainment value, and these chicks can hoop. But, like, who really watching the WNBA game?
The only time anybody will watch a WNBA game is if an NBA game, an NFL game, NHL game,
there's nothing
or
on TV.
MLB game is not on. Because we do. You have to, the marketing has to be there to make us even want to check it out.
I do feel like the WNBA was marketed way better, like when it first got
because there was no such thing as a marketing for the NBA. Like, you got to think about the NBA came out during a time when like 97% of the games were not even in real arenas. Niggas was hooping in your local high school gym. And then you had the ABA over here was just nigga ball in general. You know what I'm saying? It's probably Sarita because she's definitely the one community. We've had them already, skill-wise. It's not up to us to why they don't get paid enough. The fact that women are never respected in the male-dominant industry. If LeBron and others demand they increase in the WNBA, watch it. I can't say that. I really can't say that.
We're fans of the biggest male-dominated industry.
Right.
And we just watched 2 women main event.
We what?
The pinnacle show of the year.
I can't. What's going on? You know what, Jazz? You do to be in here. Matter of fact, you get better, but get your ass in here. Jazzy Blanco.
Oh, what up, Blanco?
You know, I can't agree with that. Only because even if LeBron and them rally for greater pay, and we pay them, okay? Let's just say we triple their current, because I pulled up recent team salaries. Chicago Sky's whole team salary is 1.3 mil.
Nigga, that's the 12th man on the bench.
And I feel you.
The Bucks.
And I feel you. Connecticut Suns 1.3, Dallas Wings 1.3, Indiana Fever 1.3. Taking consideration Chicago Sky, with theirs being at 1.3, they're over salary cap.
Yo, Candace Parker need to be making $90 million.
Okay, they're over salary cap doing that. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but if we're paying you 1.3 right, collected, this is the whole team, and the company is still saying we're losing money because we have minimum ticket sales, we have minimum support, we have minimum ad revenue. What is paying them anymore going to do to improve it? I could turn around and triple everybody's salary. Then that means that is $2 million that I just dumped into player salary. That's not that I could have dumped into marketing.
So
that I should have dumped into marketing. Because I'm like,
at what point, when is it not our fault as the players on the floor? Like, I'm finna go out here and I'm finna play basketball. That's what I am getting paid to do. My job is to shoot the fucking ball in the court. I can't do it no better than what I do because clearly I get paid to do it.
Right.
But when is it now? It's your job to get motherfuckers in this building, and then it's my job to entertain them once they're in the building.
And I get that. And this is how I feel. And this is my thing. For everybody who is really complaining about the pay differential, okay? And you live in a city that there is a WNBA team, why don't you just go buy season tickets? Because if you buy season tickets, which makes the team become profitable. It makes the team able to afford higher salary pay. That way, a Candace Parker can walk into the office and says, hey, we just sold out the arena for the whole thing. I deserve more. And guess what? Candace can get that pay increase.
If you get paid minimum wage versus 20 an hour, I'm sure you'll work. You know what?
But if I pay you 20 an hour and my company is not improving an overall gain of revenue, I'm going to have to start cutting people.
I just got a raise and found out I'm still broke.
I'm going to have to start firing people because I have to supplement this cap room.
What's up?
So I get it. Don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen who are fighting for what's going on?
I'm in the studio. You don't see we live? Yeah, I'm here already.
Mimi going to be mad because she went to go get you. Anyway, getting back to the point. Yes, and I agree. The WNBA was marketed way better in the 90s and early 20s because 97% of my memories about a WNBA game was during the time when it was on the back of the women's U.S. basketball team making their triumphant return to the gold. This is when you had the Lisa Leslie, the Rebecca Lobos, the Cheryl Swoops, the Dawn. I cannot remember her name, but she was damn near my favorite WNBA player because she was 5'6" and scrappy as fuck. But it's a business. I have to look at the WNBA from a business perspective. Until we can make enough money as a business hand over foot, I cannot justify giving the players anywhere close to what an NBA player makes.
I mean, I understand it because like the way you breaking it down is the same analogy I use when I talk to niggas about wrestling. They were like, such and such should have this marquee spot. I'm like, okay, when he had the spot, nobody went to house shows. When he was on top, nobody bought the merch. Like, there's things that you can do as a fan to show that your guy is who you want in the spot.
Right.
If I'm a Jeff Hardy fan and now he got the spot, so now he's got more t-shirts coming. I'm gonna buy these t-shirts because the more we buy these t-shirts, the more they're gonna be like, okay, well, people dig what you're doing. Let's keep pushing him on TV.
Right.
Which makes sense. If we start packing out these WNBA games, revenue goes up.
And that's the number one
thing. I'm already saying.
And that's the only thing I have to say about 97% of the people who complain about the mismatch of pay between the WNBA and the NBA. If you want change, you have to provide the money. It has to go. Give me more money, I can give them more money. We get raises at our job because the production that we did at our job, we got more revenue because of it.
Right. So that's how you get raises, how you get bonuses.
Right.
I know how to. Yeah, I mean, people should know how this shit works.
The caliber, and once we see people in the seats, people are here, people are cheering, then merchandise starts getting bought. And you see people running around with Candace Parker shirts and stuff like that.
I would wear a WNBA jersey.
I have no problem.
I got killed for it.
I will wear a Brittany Griner jersey. I like Phoenix anyway. I like the color scheme.
Yeah, man, Brittany Griner.
I always say her last name wrong.
Brittany Griner. Let me get Candace Parker jersey.
I'm definitely getting the CP Parker CP jersey.
Diana Taurasi. Give me Sue Bird. Like, all these heifers is cold.
I'll definitely go cop me what was Penny Taylor. See, you have to actually be a WNBA fan
to know her, because I don't think I know her. I might have to Google her. Look up.
It was a penny on penny. Get you a pair of pennies and rock a penny jersey.
I also feel like, speaking of pennies, they're bringing back the OG pennies.
The one with the strap across the top?
No.
You talking about the ones?
Penny ones drop next week Thursday. I need a pair. I will have a pair.
The original. I don't care nobody said the original pennies with the Flight 65s.
No, nobody wants to wear those.
I love those. Bro.
I feel like those gonna come back though.
I love those.
Nike be on some shit with retro on some of these shoes, but it's like the shoes that you really want when they retro. They make them so hard to get
on purpose. That's what makes retro.
I be like, God damn, bro! Like when they brought the Griffies back, I was so excited until I couldn't get a pair.
The Air Max. That's what they were.
And now
the penny ones were Air Maxes. Did you know that?
Yes, the motherfuckers is so cold, and I want a pair, but I'm not paying that StockX price.
You need to stop fucking with StockX. I just be chilling, and all of a sudden they pop up because I seen a pair of KGs. I was gonna get them. I really was, but they had them in 11, and you know I'm not. I'll go up, but I won't go down. I'll buy a 13, but I won't buy an 11.
So my uncle also said he's like I should start giving out tidbits, gems on how people should buy shoes.
That's your own show.
But you, and it'd be crazy though, because like I'll post the pictures of shoes I got, or like, and niggas be like, "How'd you get them?" I'm like, "Don't you see the got them? I got them from the sneakers app. Like, how you didn't get them? Like, you didn't try? Like, what are y'all doing?
Are you trying to get the regular black ones? Because they got the blue ones right here.
The OG Griffies, they're black, white. And it's like that Seattle Mariner green.
That's what I said. The black ones.
It's like freshwater green, they call it.
Yeah, that's why I asked you, are you trying to get the green ones?
What up, Terrence O'Sales? Never heard of you, but what's happening, player?
No, he been here before.
Yeah, so sneaker news.
He be here for a good time, not a long time.
Since we got a little bit of time before we get out of here, sneaker news. Air Jordan just dropped. Concord 5 just came out. It's purple, white, and black.
It's the perps.
Something about purple on tennis shoes. I love it.
Purple on perp.
I just love purple on tennis shoes. Shit's fucking amazing.
It's the purple they use.
So that was this past Saturday. So that was yesterday. Was it yesterday?
I think it was.
I won the reservation, and then I got a pair of sneakers.
You want to hear something funny? I've had 3 reservations for PS5 since I got my PS5, and nobody is ever available to take the reservations.
It'd be crazy like that. Like, so shoes come out on a Saturday. What were y'all talking about with the artists? What artists?
Oh, they missed the other early conversation. We were talking about Mystical needs to keep his hand to himself. We talked about the fact that Khalees, honestly,
she ran her mouth and now ain't no milkshake coming out her yard.
Oh my!
La 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 la.
We talked about Chris Brown is the greatest of all time.
Yeah, he the GOAT.
For the way he has been holding his fans down lately
and holding their ass.
That was one ass. She paid for that. She paid for her ass to get grabbed.
You paid to let Chris Brown put his dick on your butt.
And you know what?
What is women really out here paying for?
Look, bro, we pay for a whole lot less.
We pay for pussy.
Like as men, we pay for a whole lot less. So I cannot be mad. And then we're gonna get out of here. Before we get out of here, we're gonna talk about, is Keke Palmer really GOAT status?
She what?
GOAT status.
The GOAT of what?
Is she really up there with some of the great actors and actresses? Because basically this meme came across my desk where
greatest actress?
No, I didn't say greatest, but is she GOAT status? Is she, when you see Keke Palmer, do you feel like you're gonna get
I do not.
You don't feel like you're gonna get a good?
No. Mm-mm. If you finna ask me if when I see Keke Palmer name attached to a movie, I'd be like, damn, I gotta see this, or I think this is gonna be good. Hell no. I don't,
bro. I can't say that. I really feel like Keke has a large body of work that's respectable.
I did not say that her work wasn't good. Her name don't jump off the page like that.
You don't make Keke doesn't make like, okay, I see Keke in this, I might go see it.
Yeah, like that. That's the. I'm not taking away from what she can do.
Okay,
it's like Angela Bassett.
Bitch, don't you dare say nothing bad about her.
No, but what I'm saying is like that her name ain't in that category.
No,
like I feel like if you tell me Angela Bassett is in it, I'm like, I could give this a shot because Angela Bassett can make anything solid. Think about it. She got a role on regular TV. Motherfuckers ran to 911 when they was like, "Oh, Angela Bassett." They didn't even know what the show was about. Who else was in it?
Hey, fam, I'm not even gonna lie. That's what made me watch it.
Niggas was like, Angela Bassett here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
Bro, and you want to make it so crazy? The first episode I watched is when it was she first talking to Chief, or was she talking to somebody else? Whatever it was, dog, she was accidentally handcuffed to the bed because they was going to get freaky.
That was like the first episode.
It was in the early episodes, and she left the key on the thing that she had to call the black gay chick to come unlock her. And then when she got there, she was like, oh, I didn't need you to unlock me. I just need you to move the key closer. That's what I do. I got to watch this show because she owns something.
So do you feel like Keke Palmer one of them?
I don't feel like she is. She's definitely not in Jennifer Lewis level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I specifically said Jennifer Lewis instead of Angela Bassett or Viola Davis, because their bodies of work has always spoken for them.
Right.
But Jennifer Lewis has always commanded a role she got.
This is true.
You know, if Jennifer Lewis is in it, you not gonna forget her in this movie.
That's a fact.
That's what, and I kind of feel like that's kind of where Keke is, but you're not gonna forget she's in this role.
Do you have her filmography in front of you?
I can get it real quick, you know.
Because I feel like Keke Palmer should do her thing. I mean,
discography. Oh, I forgot she did drop music too.
I feel like Keke Palmer got to get some better roles, but
I think she's in the same category as what's the boy from Notorious?
You never finna put her in the same category as Gravy.
He do it on purpose though.
He doing it on purpose.
You not finna sit here and tell me
Keke Palmer is trying to be a legitimate actress.
All right, so we got Barbershop 2. That was her introduction.
She was a Barbershop 2?
Yeah, she's the little girl. She's the one who went next door. Because she was her going over there messing with Ice Cube and them, which ended up causing Queen Latifah and them to come over and get on Ice Cube, was the precursor to Beauty Shop.
You know, no one ever talks about how that spinoff failed.
Beauty Shop?
Yeah.
And
no one talks about that. Ice Cube don't even put his name on that.
You're right. We got Akilah and the Bee.
That was fire.
That's a strong start. Strong start.
But see, I feel like it was who she was in the movie with, though. Because I believe Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne are in this movie with her.
You might be right.
I believe Angela Bassett plays her mom.
Yep.
And Lawrence Fishburne is like the teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah, he's the teacher.
The influential black teacher. She was in Abducted, the Carlin White story.
Never seen it.
Okay, so the story is basically about where this nurse who was pregnant ended up losing the baby during the grieving point of her life. That early,
it's like a remake of Losing Isaiah.
And no, because Losing Isaiah is you lost it because you were a crackhead. This nurse went and kidnapped the brand new born baby and raised it as her own.
Was Losing Isaiah Halle Berry?
Yeah.
You will not call Halle Berry a crackhead.
You gonna tell me that her character was not a crackhead?
I ain't saying it wasn't.
She was the cutest damn crackhead in the world, but she played the hell out of a crackhead. Her and damn, I cannot think of that woman's name right now. The one in Holiday Heart.
Is that Alfre Woodard?
Yes, it is.
Hey, I fuck with her.
She played a hell of a crackhead too. Like, y'all don't understand, to play a crackhead and not be a crackhead, that deserves a Grammy.
Yeah, because Chris Rock played the shit out of Pookie.
Yeah, he definitely.
How did he not get an Oscar?
They wasn't handing out Oscars for crackheads.
Do you think a crackhead will ever get an Oscar? That's a wild ass thought.
As soon as they if they got to give an Oscar to an action movie first, because you're not going to tell me Marvel done ran the game for the last 10 years and then nobody got an Oscar for no Marvel movie that's not either set design, graphic animation, or something along that line, or wardrobe.
Damn, Marvel ain't got no Oscars?
I don't think they do, bro.
That's crazy.
And I'm telling you, okay, so we got the Medea's Family Reunion.
I seen that.
Okay, The Long Shot. I think that's when she was a football player.
That's a good movie.
Okay,
that's a good movie.
We got Joyful Noise.
I don't think I saw that.
It was an Oprah Winfrey movie. Not Oprah Winfrey. Queen Latifah was in that one.
It
was like Queen Latifah, Dolly Parton.
Oh, okay,
yeah, Dolly Parton in that one.
I've seen that.
What was Animal?
I feel like a lot of Keke Palmer movies.
Those Brotherly Love. She was in that.
It's like I'll watch it, but that shit got to be on like TV. I'm not running to the theaters to see Keke Palmer.
Did you ever see Pimp? I think I told you to watch Pimp.
I haven't seen Pimp, but I saw Brotherly Love.
Pimp.
Because Brotherly Love, they start the movie off backwards.
They did.
So they show you the end result. Then the whole movie is how we
got here. Pimp was self-explanatory.
See, her doing shit like that is why ain't nobody running to Keke Palmer movie.
The reason why because
Pimp wasn't in no theater.
It was a Lee Daniel production. So let's start there.
It was a gay man.
You leave that man alone.
Is he not gay?
He is gay.
He's very gay.
But gay is not the reason why he's not in theater.
Gay.
Because he has plenty of movies that have made it to the theater. Okay. I think with Pimp, it was her trying to step out the box for a minute. Like, sometimes when you take that role, that's not your normal. Prime example, Jim Carrey did a movie where he came from an abusive father who would not accept him for being gay. And this is outside the normal comedic Jim Carrey we get all the time. At the time he did it, I think they were still doing In Living Color. So a lot of people have never known he did this.
Yeah, because I'm like,
the
only role I've ever known Jim Carrey to like step outside the box and not be funny, even though I think dude was funny, was when he was Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, and because Andy Kaufman was still funny,
right? So but it wasn't
over the top,
right? It was the first time I really seen Jim Carrey be serious.
She was also in Hustlers.
Is that the movie with Cardi B?
Yeah,
I didn't see that. Yeah, bro, you can start reading. Keke Palmer is
a lot of these movies do sound like BET backup.
This nigga said GOAT status? GOAT where? Bad.
I didn't say GOAT status. I said that she's
not even approaching.
She needs to get a more. But see, this is just a movie. You gotta remember, she also had TV shows too, bro. You're not gonna sit here and tell
these movies are bad.
Look, bro, I just feel like we need to give her a little bit more.
I'm not saying
leeway.
That you get no leeway when you talk about GOAT status.
Basically, getting back to it, a lot of it was saying that she's just now becoming a breakout star. That's what the meme was pointing to.
That she's just now
becoming a breakout star. And I think that's where my reason why I want to talk about, because she's been here. But again, Anthony Mackie been here. It's the roles that either you take or that are provided to you that put you in a certain light with your fans. True.
Anthony Mackie did some shit movies, and now he's Captain America. A lot of people gonna look past them shit movies.
Not all of them, because I will not forgive Tupac.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of people gonna look past them shit movies because he's Captain America.
I will not look past the fact that he did a movie where he impregnated all these women.
Keke Palmer needs to.
She needs an It movie,
right? Like Zendaya. Zendaya, to me, her It movie is the fact that she's a part of the MCU.
But I'll give you that.
And
but
then
to me,
the shit she does, Euphoria is she's growing up before our eyes, because Zendaya came from Disney, the Disney Channel.
And so did Keke. She's a Disney kid too.
Yeah, but look at what Zendaya did and look at what Kiki's doing. That's all I'm saying.
How long did it take for Zendaya to get here, though?
Not fucking long.
I don't know. Like, how you spell that damn child name?
I don't know.
Never mind. You just
type of Z.
You just type in Zen.
It ain't too many motherfuckers with a Z.
God damn, she got a long ass name.
What's her name?
Zendaya Marie Stormier Coleman.
Damn. All them nice names just to have a ghetto name, ghetto last name.
All right, Zendaya started in 2013, so this is when her movie career started. She did Shake It Up from 2010 to 2013.
I used to watch Shake It Up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shake It Up Chicago.
You're not wrong. I'll let you. The fact that you remember.
Man, I'm a kid.
Okay, so here's the thing, dog. Her first, outside of Superbuds, which she did as a voice, so that don't count. Her actual first movie was Spider-Man: Homecoming.
And what a great debut.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying.
You jumped in right away in movies that were.
Yo, if
Look, bro. Let's be honest, dog. As much as we want to give Zendaya love because she's part of the MCU, anybody could have been MJ, and the Spider-Man movie would have got you paid. Period.
You are right, but
that's why
it was Zendaya.
She was in the right place at the right time.
Yo, if Keke Palmer would have been casted as Monica Rambeau, we'd have forgave her for a lot of them bad movies.
I'm glad who they got because I love her.
But I'm saying though, Keke Palmer with Monica Rambeau, we forgive her for all them stupid. You wouldn't forgive her for Hustle and Brotherly Love. We would.
Believe it or not, though.
Then I heard Nope was bad.
I heard she was bad in Nope. But you know what? Terrence, and I don't agree with much that Terrence says, but Terrence made a good statement. We don't know how to watch TVs and movies anymore.
I could believe that.
Okay. To the point where I feel like everybody, now I haven't watched Nope yet, so if I do watch it and it is bad, I will definitely retract the statement. I have no problem with that. I feel like everybody went into Nope thinking you're going to get the same kind of movie you got from Get Out and Us, where you had all these subliminal hidden messages all over the place, and you got to watch the movie 2 or 3 times to find everything, and then the YouTube world gonna go crazy with all these subliminal videos, and we didn't get that. We just got a regular alien abduction movie, period. And niggas was mad.
But again, I think a part of that is Jordan Peele's fault.
He started doing horror stuff on the side anyway.
No, I'm not, like, what he does is cool. Like, I'm not knocking what he does, but how he writes his movies, now when you go see it, you don't know how to just watch it and take it in. You're supposed to watch it, take it in, and then form your own conclusion about what you saw.
Right.
A lot of people go into it looking for the hidden message. Like, I watched a dude review it on TikTok, and he said, like, I saw 2 dudes review it on TikTok. One dude said he understood the messages that he felt that he was getting from the movie.
Right.
And that dude was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck y'all saw, but I don't like this shit. I'm like, I can understand both points of view.
I can. I just think that people need to go back to the point of watch the movie, enjoy the movie, and then dissect the movie. What happened to we don't talk about this movie till Wednesday?
That only applies for Marvel movies.
No, I do that for everything. I talk about it. You know, sometimes I don't even watch the damn movie before I'll jump on and get the synopsis of what's going to happen, and then I'll still go see the movie.
It's all about the Marvel movies. But before we wrap up and get out of here, because it's almost time for the devil to walk in, I don't think we talked about it on the last pop-up we did. That's what I'm going to name these episodes that pop up.
Pop up anytime they're not on the radio. We're going to do pop-up episodes until September.
Yeah, it's just pop-up episodes. So we here, we might not be here. You never know.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the Black Panther 2 trailer.
I thought we did, but let's go.
We didn't talk about it.
So let's go.
I did like the trailer.
But.
No, there's no but. I think it's fucking fire. And you like, I know.
Are you okay with the fact
that someone else is gonna be Black Panther?
That there is no T'Challa?
Yes. Well, I mean, he died. Like, it's not like it was a contract dispute and they just didn't bring the nigga back. Like, this is a life dispute.
It's not a Terrence Howard situation.
Right. No. You didn't ask for too much money, and we was like, nah, fuck you.
Yo, so before we go any deep, now that we got this multiverse, okay, anything is possible.
No, it's not.
Anything is possible.
Fuck you, Tone, because I feel like I know where you're finna go, and I don't want you to go there.
But bro, what if Terrence Howard is war machine somewhere, like in the suit and everything?
Nah, man.
Look, bro,
it can't happen, man.
In WandaVision, we got the other Pietro, didn't we? So it's never not possible, bro.
Ain't nobody calling Terrence Howard for nothing,
bro. What is he doing right now?
Nothing.
Exactly. So it shouldn't be that much.
Don't do. We got enough bullshit.
We don't need to offer him starting 5 salary. We can give him league minimum, and he's gonna say yeah.
Well, apparently he wanted starting 5 salary, which is why the motherfucker didn't go let the devil in.
But this is when you get to what have we learned?
To not ask for too much money.
She said at the light. Did she say at the door to you?
No, she wrote at the light.
Yeah.
Oh. But I think it's dope that we finna introduce a new guy. I think this is what this
I like the fact that they did make Namor someone of color.
Yeah,
like, he looks Mayan.
Yeah,
does Hispanic descent,
I
which I can work with because that's more, a little bit comic book accurate.
Right, because I watch, when I don't understand something and you don't answer the phone, I'll hop on YouTube and I watch because they was like they're glad that Namor has got some color to him and he's not blue like the Atlanteans.
So, he's not supposed to be.
So right, it was like it's comic book lore because he's like half.
He's technically a mutant, but we'll get there.
Which I think is dope. The dude also said that he think that because Namor is technically not supposed to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
He was like, he thinks that they're gonna introduce Dr. Doom.
The word is Doom is involved. I think
which I think is fucking amazing. Like, I'm here for all that shit.
Because if you realize we're gonna have 2 to 3 different villains.
Yeah,
as we roll forward.
Yeah, before we get to Kang, we definitely finna get like 2 or 3.
We're about to get different villains in regards. So I think
Dr. Doom finna knock all this shit off. So
because Doom plays a factor. That's where the Secret Wars come into play at.
That's one of the Avengers movies.
One of the Avengers movies.
So what is the TV show?
Secret Invasion.
Okay.
So Secret Invasion is
that different?
Secret Invasion is where all the scrolls are popping up from. So if you watch, the Captain Marvel movie,
right,
the Green People and how they've been pretending to be everybody else.
Right, because that's where Fury at right now.
Yeah, that's that story. Scrolls. So technically that's that story. So that's the invasion. And that's how they're going to play their way of saying certain heroes who are heroes are not really heroes, but they've been scrolls all along. And it's his own story. But Secret Wars, comic book wise, is a story where all the universes were collapsing, multiverses were collapsing on each other, and Doom figured out a way to bring a lot of them together. And then he created a Earth that encompassed all of them. So you can do what you need to do to wrap it up while I go get her.
All right, so I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to what is now will be known as the Pop-Up Pod, Death Fresh Pop-Up. We might be here, we might be there, we might be a little bit everywhere. So make sure y'all follow, subscribe on YouTube, the Death Fresh Show podcast. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Drop a comment, let me know y'all in the motherfucking building. What else we got? Make sure y'all follow me on IG at Kickboxing. That's KIX_BOX_ the letter N. Submit y'all picks, showcase y'all heat, get featured on the page. What else? Sneaker news. Next week, Thursday, there is a pair of Air Jordan Citrus. I believe the Citrus 7s, they drop Saturday, and then the Penny Hardaways drop that Thursday. So make sure y'all get y'all Foot Locker reservations in, y'all Champ reservations in. Make sure y'all get notified on the Sneakers app. Gotta have multiple phones, man. And if you can't pull some people in, the more people doing these things, it's easier to beat these motherfucking bots out here. So always have a game plan. If you want more sneaker info, holla at your boy. Really thinking about starting a podcast. I'm really gonna start like a vision board because I got a lot of ideas that I really want to get out of my fucking head, and I really need to put them out and see how they pan out to see if I really like them. Because everything in your fucking head you seem to like until you do that shit. And you be like, nah, this ain't it, boss. So we got a lot of shit coming for y'all in the coming months. Because it's not staying on top of the game, but it's good to refresh and always be ahead of some shit. And I think that's what we do here at the Death Fresh Show. We just stay ahead of the curve.
Hey, y'all.
All right, so as you can see, this heifer's here.
With drinks and all types of shit. What's going on here?
So let's go ahead and get out here. Make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms. That's Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever else you find your podcasts at. This will be out on Thursday. With that being said, we getting the fuck out of here because I just lost my breath running up down the stairs. Peace.